Hearts of the Father's Bible Institute and Vocational Technical Community. We are at an extremely critical place in human history. How we as a generation of God's children respond is perhaps the most important thing on earth. If we are known by the love we show towards one another, then how we respond is critical to our witness for Him. We are not only being watched as to our responses and to the actual unraveling of our world, but we are being judged as worthy or unworthy, useful or useless, productive or unproductive. Our next choices will define and determine the breadth or impact of our immediate community's spiritual well-being and our own perpetuity. Proposal. John and Lisa O'Keefe and 9 other members are committed to the work of ministry, of staying with, training, and being with those, which we would help to go back into the communities from which they've come, to go and teach, faithful men who can teach others. Proposed venue. Bible Institute and Light Vocational Tech School and temporary living venue sought. A usable home with an outbuilding large enough to use as a technical training shop. It starts out with 10 acres or more zoned appropriately for Bible Institute or temporary living venue, and likened to a camp ministry with room hopefully to scale up in size. How and who we would serve. Anyone being brought into Christ who needs Bible training, temp housing, or light vocational training at any age over 18. A starting place to allow us as a church to develop the undeveloped. There are many, from every context in our church and society, that do not have the financial stability to provide all their own needs. They simply cannot keep up with the daily transportation, utilities, health, food, and no safe place to rent or live. That is where the church comes in. Taking care of our own long term, that's where we as a ministry would want to aim. Not just at a problem couple, a problem person, a problem with addiction, or a problem with not being able to afford life. And then consequently, allowing the state to step in and take over where really the church is designed by God to do that kind of ministry, with an eye to make disciples and train them to provide for themselves and to train others. Project management. John is an ordained pastor teaching and serving to biblically equip others. He would serve as a full-time house or facility pastor. Lisa will help John in the management and the operation of the home. The men would help in coordination of visiting Bible teachers and vocational training participants, just as a Bible conference camp would regularly do. The women would teach and lead and train in the direct involvement with all women's ministries. We would be accountable to and report monthly to our 501c3 board, and retain financial services through church-recommended providers. We would make an application to the ECFA after the first year. We would schedule morning faculty coordination meetings. We would develop and write into each position standard operating procedures. We would organize and manage, as well as appoint, oversight of the daily, weekly, monthly, and annual schedules. We would also oversee and manage the rotations of vocational and Bible Institute training available. Guest profiles and current involvements. A breakdown of class profiles, people more prone to fall through the cracks. Senior citizens, widows, and widowers. Young, married, and troubled marriages, kids or no kids, financially challenged. Those needing a hand up, those needing a fresh start and hope for future. Those who have been left out of mainstream wellness. Societal misfits, less accessible, outliers. single men and women at any age seeking purpose and mission. High school graduates that are not immediately going to college and need strong guidance. International students that are seeking citizenship or visiting for a short time. Recovering drug addicts. Already sober, program graduated before admission. Clean, recovering, and vetted. Homeless individuals and families who have graduated programs, thoroughly vetted and committed to Bible learning and becoming independent. Next steps. Currently our group has asked us to 1. Take steps to acquire a venue with a realtor. 2. Take ownership of property. Utilize the address to file a 501c3 request. 3. Continue with the information campaign and equipping ministries for our workers and volunteers. 4. To develop various in-house vocations that can help towards self-sustaining status. We need help getting the word out. Each member of the group has a sense of wanting to go to the next step. Ephesians 4:16 says that when joined as the body of Christ, if every part does his or her share, it causes growth of the body for the edifying of itself in love. Hearts of the Fathers.